Hello everybody, we are back with another One Leeds preview. Hope we're all doing fantastically well. It is Leicester City versus Leeds United, a massive game, the biggest game the Championship will see this season. We're going to get into the specifics of it before the video, everybody. Please make sure you're liking the content, make sure you subscribe, and of course, and check out the Patreon. We'll be adding to that next week. Don't you worry about that. It's been a bit hectic, but the monthly stuff we are trying to get out on the channel. Leicester City. Leicester Kasabian. We've got them on Friday night, 8 o'clock kickoff. The biggest game the Championship will see this season, 100%. It's a massive game. Huge game for both clubs. I think Leicester win this, and I literally would probably turn around and say the title's theirs anyway. But the beating third is in the division is obviously going to be a monumental thing for them as well. It's them, and they've got us and Ipswich coming up, and they beat Leeds United, and it's done really, in my opinion. Just they're that far ahead at the minute. It's ridiculous. But I'll be honest with you guys, they haven't been great. In my opinion, they haven't been great. I think the Sunderland game exposed a lot of weaknesses. I think they've won a lot of games after the 80th minute. They are defending extremely well. They are, you look at the back line, Pereira, Faze, Vestergaard. It's very, very good. It is at this level, and I think they're finding it easy. I'll be honest with you. I don't think they have to do anything special to win games in the Championship, because the Championship is such a significantly poorer league than the Premier League. Like Leicester, in my opinion, in the top division would be bottom five, 100%. I really thoroughly think that. I think there's always an over-exaggeration of Championship fans when they're looking at the Premier League. If teams are doing well in the Championship and thinking to themselves, do you know what, in the Premier League they'd be like 10th, 11th, 12th, they wouldn't. There's no chance. They're conceding way too many chances. Teams in the Championship just aren't ruthless, and we know that. We know that the top four teams at the minute are the best teams at the minute and will be the best teams in the Championship. That's this, in my opinion, top four will remain the same. And that's because you look at maybe Sunderland aside, maybe throw Middlesbrough in there, everybody else is so average, it is unbelievable. And teams just don't kill you off. They just do not kill you off. So, you look at the games even that we've lost this season, Stoke, Birmingham. The Birmingham game, we fielded a ridiculous side, Shackleton right wing, Gelhardt up top. It was a joke. The team was almost, it was just put together, wasn't it? Pervader in there. And this is no disrespect, but we only lost 1-0, and it was the last minute, and Leeds were atrocious in that game, but we still could have won it. It's just not the same level whatsoever that the Premier League puts on you. The Stoke City game, we should have won the game. And the point of mentioning the games that we've lost, it is really that Leeds are always in the game, whereas in the Premier League you're just not in the games a lot of the time, even when you're winning. So that's the level. So I think right now teams aren't punishing Leicester, and I think we've got that quality up front, that definite Premier League quality up front to hurt them. We heard from Daniel Farke yesterday that Somerville had a little bit of an injury, but he's going to be fit for this one. Rodon's going to be fit. Byron's going to be fit. So that's all great news. I think what Leicester are going to do is target us at the back. I think you've seen, if I'm Enzo Maresca and I'm looking at Leeds United and I'm looking at us against Stoke and Southampton where we're trying to pass through a press, which we can't do, I would be targeting that 100%. And I think you're going to get Mavididi. I think you're going to get... the other winger, I think is it Fatawu? I think I've not seen a lot of, to be quite honest with you. I think a lot of the focus has been on Mavididi. Are going to press high. I think you're going to get Dewsbury Hall pressing high as well, and it's really important for Leeds to bypass that press. In my opinion, I think they've got to be pragmatic in this game, and that's why I'm looking at Daniel Farke. I'm thinking to myself, this is where you've got to be really good managerial wise. It's all well and good getting the praise against Huddersfield, but this is a top of the table clash. So you've literally got to, in my opinion, utilise a little bit the long ball sometimes, and Leeds have got to be good at the second balls because you've got to bypass a press. I think with their 3-5-2 system, which they're going to deploy in this game, if they press Leeds high and Leeds are trying to pass out round the back, we know how that goes. So Leeds have got to do that. I mean, even against the average sides in this division, they were able to teams have been able to figure that out, and I'm pointing at Stoke there. So the two times where we've faced a really high press and an aggressive press this season in Stoke and Southampton, we've struggled to really play out from the back. But he said in his press conference, we're not going to change. He needs to change if they are going to do that. So it'll be interesting to see how Leicester do set up. Now, if we look at Leicester and how Leeds can hurt them, I think it's just been ruthless. And this is why I mentioned the teams in the Championship and how average it is, because teams are getting chances against Leicester. Teams are able to do that, especially even at the King Power. Leicester actually have a stronger record away from home. But it's whether or not we can take those chances. I think there have been occasions this season, or more than one occasion, where Leeds haven't been able to put teams away. I'm looking at QPR, I'm looking at Bristol City. And when I say put teams away, I mean, we're still winning the games, but it's ruthlessly taking them apart. And we did that in the first half, probably for the first time this season against Huddersfield. But we've got to start doing that more, because if Leeds hit their pomp with how good we are going forward, and how cohesive and the synergy between a lot of our offensive players and the pace, the dynamism, if we're able to get that clicking, I honestly don't think any team on any team's defence can handle Leeds United going forward. I don't think that's possible. So that's really, that's got me very enthused for this one. The fact that if Leeds are hitting the pomp, we've sort of hit our pomp against Huddersfield City. Oh God, what's going on? Huddersfield in that first half. Can we do that again, and can we do that for longer? It's going to be tough, because Leicester's backline is very good. Vestergaard, Faze, Pereira, they're looking excellent, this season. Really, really. Callum Doyle back there as well. Obviously, Leicester City product, they're strong. They're very strong at the back, and you've seen Leicester over the last however many games keep clean sheets as well. Keep clean sheets, but I do always bring that back to other teams in this division being crap, being really, really bad, and not being able to do anything. As I've said, I think if they're in the Premier League, they're getting dispatched. They're getting dispatched really badly, Leicester. I don't think... They remind me a lot of the Newcastle side that went up under Benitez, I think it was, with Nolan, Carroll, Joey Barton, where they were not special at all, and teams would be offered chances against them, but because the Championship can be as bad as it is, they wouldn't take up those chances. And as I've said, I think those top four, maybe throw in a Sunderland or a Middlesbrough, there's no real competition consistently from anyone else in this division. I think it's that bad. So, can Leeds put the sword to Leicester? I do think we can, but I'm looking at us at the back. And I'm thinking, are we going to be able to control them? Avadidi, Avadi, Fatawu. Apologies if I'm butchering his name. Let's have just a quick check on this individual's name. Is it Fatawu? Fatawu? Have I got that right? This is real quality for you here, guys. Yes, I have. Abdul Fatawu, get in there. But yeah, and then you look at the depth that they've got as well. Iheanacho, Daka, it's not normal. It's not normal with what they have. It'll be interesting seeing it with when it comes to the Africa Cup of Nations, how Leicester do deal with that. But I think this is really important for Leeds to get something here, because obviously Ipswich have got playing at the weekend. If they extend that to 12 points, if Leeds are to lose at Leicester, then they've got the game in hand against Rotherham away, which you'd expect them to win. There's a point where some fans have got to turn around and go, this is becoming a bit unattainable at the minute. And where we've unfortunately stuttered at the start of the season, West Brom, Sheffield Wednesday, QPR, West Brom, Sheffield Wednesday, Cardiff, games like that, Birmingham. These teams have just taken advantage. They've massively taken advantage. And you wouldn't see that in any other Championship season. You haven't seen that in any other Championship season when it comes to points hauls. But what Leicester and Ipswich are doing at the minute is they're just ruthlessly dispatching of that points gap that Leeds gave them. So I do think Ipswich are catchable with the amount of goals they're conceding at home. I think that will change. I think they've been very lucky with injuries at the minute, but that momentum does stay with teams. We've seen teams get double promotions before. It's obviously happened. It's not completely out of the question, but I do think that Leeds can get something here, but I'm going to go the 2-2 draw for me. I don't think we're going to win the game. I think they're going to hit us defensively. I think it is Joe Rodon plus 3 others in that back line. I think Pascal's excellent as a footballer. Of course I do. But I think Rodon is that class above. And I think especially if he's not available, I think Leeds are going to lose the game. But I think if Rodon is available for the game, I think Leeds can get a draw in this one. Guys, let me know exactly what you think. What would be your lineup? I think, as we said, Leeds, if they're just ruthless, then we can get something here. I think Leicester are going to press on our back line, and I think they will get a couple of goals. So I'm going to go with the 2-2. Let me know what you think in the comment section below when it comes to a score prediction. Guys, it's been a pleasure. Like, comment, and subscribe. Also, let me know what lineup you would go with in the comment section below. We're going to be back with some more weekend content as always, guys. Thank you so much for stopping on by, and we'll see you in a bit. Cheers.